All right. All types of tangled up and discombobulations going on tonight. Hello. I am here once again, all by myself. I'm all by myself. That might be a little bit too early for a lot of you. And I don't know if you guys should go looking for that reference whatsoever. Anyway, I'm going to stop that right now. Yeah, I've been left to my own devices for not long enough today, I would say. Um, so I know we got two people with us tonight. We're going to have my friend Christopher. We're going to have my writer, Michael, in here. I've been talking to them off and on all day. So, yeah. Oh, we've already got somebody in chat. Who is that? Who are you? Name your allegiance. Inside joke that is. So, oh, I scared him away. Oh, that's awesome. I'm going to have to tell Jay about that one. We are almost a minute into it, and I've scared away my first participant. This is going to be an awesome night. Wow. I mean, we still got 10 minutes to go. Maybe they'll come back for the beginning of it all. Oh, goodness gracious. I got plenty of snackages here. I got chocolate chips. I got chocolate chip cookies. I've got roast beef sandwiches. I've got Gatorade. I've got peanuts. I've got a whole bunch of stuff around here, and it's all going to be gone by the time I call it quits. Might be nice, but it might be nice if I pull up my notes for tonight. I don't know. What do you think? Should I go noteless tonight, or should I stick to my notes and give away the prizes that I promised I would? You decide. The fact that there's nobody here should tell you a lot. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I have to go through here, find out where I put my document. All right, that's my rule book. Where is Oh my, I think it completely disregarded my questionnaire, my questions and outline for earlier today. I don't know if I have them anymore because my computer accidentally shut down while I was gone getting groceries. Oh no, this could be bad. This could be very bad. We might we might not have any an outline to go by tonight. This could be very very short or very very awkward. Um Wow. Okay. I'm trying to find this before anybody else gets here. Um, oh my goodness, I'm not finding it anywhere. No. No, that's not it. Oh no. Okay, is there anybody in chat for me to talk to about this? I don't have anybody in chat yet. I still have freaking 8 minutes before I can commiserate with anybody. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Maybe it got put in the wrong folder. Nope, not the wrong folder. I don't have it anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going without a script tonight. It's okay. I've jumped out of perfectly good airplanes before. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to go that route. No. I don't want to hear any gruff during this live stream about me eating cookie dough. All right? Nothing. Not one letter should be typed about me eating cookie dough. I don't want to hear it. Seriously, not one letter. 5 more minutes to go before the world knows I am a complete idiot. I don't know. These videos might have been leaning in that direction to begin with. Well, maybe not a complete idiot. Maybe hyperactive, childish, um, semi-filtered, um, I don't know. You find the words to describe me. I'm just a writer. I'm not a speaker of any kind. Don't call me on me being a GM. Please don't. No, anything but that. Oh my goodness. I had the best food from Arby's today. Got like the chicken bacon ranch cheese fries. Oh my gosh. So good. And I got that with a buffalo slider. Always good. I love spicy food. Top it off. Half-pound roast beef sandwich. Yeah. It's the only thing I've had to eat today. If anyone needs more than that to eat, yeah, you've got a problem. um, I have problems too, so don't worry about it. It's not like I'm talking from a high horse. Trust me, everyone has problems. That's what's making us all human. So 3 minutes to go, or 3.5 minutes, something like that. I can't wait to get the first person in here. Let them start laughing at me, going, "Ooh, you suck." I can close down a couple of windows here. Let's go ahead and do that. All right. I'll take care of my Gen Con stuff tomorrow, hopefully, um, including buying a Gen Con ticket for a friend of mine who might be able to go with me. Um, Tell you what, right now, before we even get started, if someone ends up listening to this part of the video, if you're going to be in the Indianapolis area for Gen Con this year, August 1st through 4th, shoot me an email or a message or response to something that I've written either on YouTube, Facebook, whatever. Let me know you hear me say this. Show up to help out with haphazard projects, I will buy you a badge. This offer extends to one person. The first person I see that reaches out to me like that, watch no one see this part of the video. Yeah. But I'm saying it right now, that's $150 value, $170 value once you add in tax. Yeah. So I'll do that. Yeah. Come by, hang out with me during that time, playing the games that I'm running, and get a whole ton of stuff for free. And that's the last I'm going to say about that. Because any second now, we're going to start seeing people coming in here. We're supposed to have at least 2 people. Woohoo! Yes. Mm. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Stay over there. Stay. You come over here. All right, cool. All right. I got a good joke for us here as soon as time hits. Maybe it's just a passable joke. I don't know. We'll see here in just a few seconds when it hits time for episode 1, the monotone. And guess what? We're almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Almost. Not quite, but almost. Quite nearly, but not quite. It is Friday night live. All right, my guys should be in here momentarily after I have thoroughly embarrassed myself. Thank God they didn't have to witness that. Whoo, buddy. We're going to go ahead and crack open a cold one at that. And the worst part is, it's not even a beer. It's more mellow yellow. Um, if I got paid for the amount of mellow yellow I drink on these shows, I think number one, I'd die of kidney failure. Number two, I'd be pretty rich. Where are my guys? Come on, dudes. You're late. Sign in already. Come on. Where are you at, people? Still, we're, can't. Okay, I've got a message from one of my guys. Can't join the stream, which means that there's a problem. Um. Oh no, have I wasted all this good material already to find out that um done everything the exact? Oh, I know what I did. Curse me and my stupidity or something like that. Curse you and your sudden inevitable betrayal. I'm sorry, I never can quote that movie or that movie line the way I want to. Or not even a movie, that was a TV show. Darn it, I can't even keep that straight. Um, just a second, guys, I'm coming to your rescue. Um, manage my project. Let's get down to streaming. It says I'm live, but I am alive, idiot. And there we go. Now, people should be able to jump into the stream now. I am terribly apologetic for going for 14 minutes and 45 seconds. Hello, there's Michael. Awesome. Michael, I apologize. I forgot one subtle detail. And it was like literally the key to get the streaming working. Literally, it's called the key. And I forgot to input that into the streaming details. So, yeah. Funny, but yes. Um, yeah. So Michael, do yourself and me a favor, and tell people to go back and watch this video once we're done, because I will admit I mentioned a giveaway prior to going live, so people might want to know about it. But leave it to just like your friends. Don't offer it to just anyone. Let's be like elitists and stuff and not give it to just anyone who might have deserved it. And then disregard everything I just said. Disregard. No, it doesn't sound great. It sounds terrible. What? Don't encourage me, man. Oh my goodness. Oh, all right. Where's Christopher? I got some news to announce to the two of you. Um, so let me. I'm typing too fast. Where is he? He must show here before I can give away pertinent information. Actually, he needs to show up before I can actually start because I've got a serious problem. What Luke Skywalker should have said at the beginning of A New Hope. Please, sir, may I have some droids? Um, oh, was in the wrong window. Well, stop doing that. Oh, wait, no, both of you have green icons. How am I supposed to tell you apart now? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. So, Michael, Chris, guess what? The worst thing that could have possibly happened. So, I left earlier, right, to go get some groceries and stuff because I really needed to. I couldn't get them delivered because the website was acting up. So anyway, so I left for a little while. Crawled out from my apartment and went into the big scary world that it is, and did my grocery shopping and came back home. Okay, right, no big deal. Except when I got home, I found out my computer had restarted. Why did it restart? I have no idea, but everything was working fine. Comes time for me to get ready for the live stream. I can't find a certain something, you know, a certain outline that we were supposed to have to go by tonight. It's gone. I don't know how to recover it. Um, Actually, I just thought of a way I might be able to recover it. Um, this is going to be really funny if it works too. Oh, please work. Oh, it didn't work. I'm screwed. Yep. Um, yeah, that's not what I needed. Oh, well. Yeah, well, Chris, I don't know. I feel bad about how much I badmouth, like, and like anthropomorphize the things that usually cause me problems. So I don't want to crap talk my computer. I don't want to crap talk the door jamb that I just twisted my big toe on when I walked in here tonight. That's just irresponsible of me as a human being to blame it on inanimate objects when in fact it's my fault. My clumsy butt is the one that stumbled into the wall. I forgot to, save my work or whatever. So I choose to blame it on me so I can respond appropriately when I use self deprecating humor a little bit later on. Um, but anyway, so do we have anybody new here in chat? Let's see, we have two people. I'm assuming it's just Chris and Michael. I'm really hoping we can get some new people in here before we get started. We're about 9 minutes through. Um, well, I don't know. I don't know, Chris. I don't know. You know more about computers than I do. Um, yes. Okay, Chris, you do not have to put this in Discord to save face for me. Okay. The pie is all over my face. Okay. I have eaten the cream pie, my friend. Okay. There's no way around it. Um, as as a former IT professional, there's something to say about that. Well, um, yeah. So anyway, we all know what brought us here together today. Um, and I'm gonna let these two geek out while I'm actually doing all the talking here. I'm kidding. Whatever. It's all good. The reason we're all here today is because I promised a discussion about a very central character to the game called the Monotone. Now, the Monotone, if we've been paying attention from previous live streams and chats and stuff that I've done, the Monotone was the whole reason this game exists. I He was a character concept that would not work in any previous um, superhero genre role playing game. So I had to create a game for him to exist. It was not because the concept was too overpowered or anything. It's because the rules simply did not work into the favor of building the character with these specific powers or these specific skills or whatever. I always had to break the rules to make that happen, and that doesn't sit right with me. A game should allow for certain circumstances to happen. Unfortunately, most game designers didn't think like that at the time because most of these, like, and I'm saying nothing bad about champions, about hero system, about Heroes Unlimited. I shall say nothing bad about them because they are great games. They truly are. Um, Even though one has stronger storylines than mechanics, and I'm pretty sure all game designers who know anything about what I'm talking about know exactly what I'm addressing. Um, Kevin, don't sue me, I guess, But I grew up on your games, by the way. I've probably given you as much money as any other game designer I've ever, like spent money on. So, ha. No, I really should not have said that live. I really, can we roll back? Can we like cut that out? I'm waiting to see a flag on this. We love you, Kevin. Too late. Yeah, I know. But seriously, I mean, I grew up playing Palladium games. Great, fantastic stories that have inspired me to insane heights. Um, and for that, I do love Kevin. I really do. So anyway, the Monotone. Honestly enough, a version of the Monotone was first attempted in Heroes Unlimited. That was the first superhero game in which I tried to create a version of the Monotone. So you got that going for you, Kevin. Um, Actually, you have a lot going for you. I really should stop talking like this. Makes it sound like I'm trying to do a hate bombing on Palladium games when I'm really not. I'm actually a fan. Oh my goodness. Truly, Kevin, if you ever watch this, I am sorry. I am hyped up on pain meds and mellow yellow. So, yes. Um, anyway, monotone. So, yeah, I had a whole outline to help me go down the river of the consciousness of monotone from like beginning to end. And so now I guess I'm going to have to go through the streams and eddies that have mostly dried up in my brain to get through the end of where the monotone should be in everyone's mind. If that helps, if you can follow that, I don't know. I noticed we've already got 2 thumbs up and we're 15 minutes into the live stream. I love it. Oh, I couldn't ask for more. All right. Actually, I could. I could ask for some more backers. Seriously, guys, if we hit 20 backers tonight, 20, 2-0, that is 3 away from where we are right now. Everyone will love me if I can get 20 backers. And if not, then just a few people will love me. Hopefully, my mom will still love me. I don't know. I don't know. She doesn't like gaming. But anyway, um, regardless of that very, very bad joke. The monotone. So yeah, I summed it up pretty gently in the intro text for the live stream of this video on YouTube. What in the world? I had an alarm for a live stream that started 15 minutes ago. It seems that I was just now supposed to be starting it, which is horse crap. But anyway, I put it very gently towards myself. It was all angled at myself in this intro for the live stream. That monotone might be considered by some to be the GM's ultimate character, seeing how I wrote a game around him. But I'm here to tell you that's not the case. I did write the game around him, and it shows when you know who the monotone is. Um, Dude, my brother just showed up. Oh man, that's excellent. Oh wow. Hey, JS, I remember you saying you were going to show up. Excellent to see you, man. Yes. Oh, this is great. Oh man, it's so nice to see you all, especially my brother, because he's been busy working his butt off, super stressed. So much love for this kid. I shouldn't call him a kid, but yeah, he's younger than me, so I'm going to call him a kid, and he can put up with it. Um, but yeah, hello everybody. Thanks for coming. It should be a lot of fun. We're going to go ahead and get started talking about the monotone. And I know, like my brother probably won't be able to stick around for too terribly long, but I appreciate him showing up and showing me some love for tonight. I really do appreciate it. A lot of the factors that go into my gaming and my hosting games would not be possible without that gentleman right there. He has done more for me. Oh, you're here? You're going to stay? Awesome. Jeffrey has done more for me in my lifetime for my gaming than any other one person. I want that on public record right now. So, Jeffrey, you cannot say that I never said anything good about you, because I just did to a public forum of 4 people. There were only 4 people that heard it, but more people might hear about it before we're done. By the way, I'm going to check the backer count real quick. We are still at 17. We need 3 more. Can we please get there? You believe in me. Oh, that's too cool, dude. I really appreciate it. So anyway, let's talk about the monotone. Michael, Christopher. So like you guys helped me come up with some of this stuff today. So what was the first thing that we came up with? Whoever types it in first gets 3 XP. What does this XP go towards? I have no idea. We're just going to make a competition out of it right now. I'm waiting. Okay, here we go, right here. Chris got it. I'll slip you the $20 a little bit later. Just send me your PayPal information. Who is the monotone and why is he important? Yeah, so he's important for got me by a few seconds. Yeah, beat me by just a second there. So yeah, the monotone, like I said before, is a character that I tried to create for multiple different game systems that never seemed to work. And I wanted him to have a home because I wanted to write stories about this guy, right? So I wrote the Aether Blood Chronicles around this one character concept. But it was more than just a character concept. Like I developed his personality. I developed everywhere where this guy had ever worked. I developed his style of music, his style of clothing, everything that was pertinent to knowing anything about this guy is in this brain somewhere. I don't know where, but it's in there. So later on, when you quiz me about stuff, I've got answers. Don't worry about that. But he's important because of so many little things that go on, even in the mechanics. He's important in a mechanics sense. And I did this for a very specific reason, which will become very evident when I start talking about him as a character in the game. But for right now, the first thing I want to tell you 3, 8, and 13. Core reasons why he is the most important character in the game. This is his holy trilogy of lucky numbers, and it is slowly becoming mine. 3, the number of attributes in the game. 8, the number of skills in the game. 13, for so many reasons, 13 is the auspicious number of the games that I write, or in the games that I write. So, in a lot of different ways, these numbers will come into relevance and you'll see them in prophecies and like behind the scenes stories and things like that. It'll always be one of those 3 numbers. If it's not, it's because I couldn't get it to function where I needed it to function. So 3, the basic number of the attributes. Okay, there are 3 attributes: physique, psyche, and soul. Okay. 8, the number of skills. Also, by chance, the number of attribute traits there are in the game. Yeah. 13, like I said, comes into play a lot with storylines and stuff like that. So there was a 3, 8, and 13. Anyone remember what the next thing was? I'm still trying to think, so maybe I'll beat the 2 of you. 3, 8, and 13, and then yes, okay, I've got this one, so you guys can just quit while you're ahead. The next thing is his importance to a series of characters, and they're called the singular 13. And of course, 13 can't be singular because there are 13 of them. But the point of it is that there was a singular moment in time that was prophesized that these 13 characters would come into play and manipulate the world to either save it or destroy it. Now, whichever one it is, nobody knows yet, and that's further down the plot line of my game that I feel comfortable talking about right now. But that is a prophecy within chapter 1, which is the book that I am getting ready to unlay before you all. So there are these 13 characters, and I had them listed out. I'm going to try and count them out now. The first one is the Quipster, then the Strange Man, Ruin, The Zealot, Horizon Fold, um, Patriot Blaze. Chris, can you remember any of these? Because my brain is failing quickly. Um, I feel good coming up with 6 out of 7. Seriously, after the day that I've had, wow. Um, you know what? I'm just gonna cheat by opening up the book. And that's not how I need to open up the book. This is how I need to open up the book. This is how I need to minimize the book. And there we go. We're gonna move this over here. No, I don't maximize the darn thing. Minimize it. Thank you. All right. Sorry. Kind of freaking out over here. Even technology doesn't want to work in my favor tonight. Um, scrolling. Just keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling. Scroll too far. Let's scroll back a little bit. Um, One moment before I get to that. That is a very good question. Okay, here's my list of the 13: Horizon Fold, the Quipster, the Strange Man, Sick Pyros, Zenifer, Patriot Blaze, Negative Frank, Nod, the Zealot, Voltiac. That's 10 right there. And then you have Miracle is 11, Anguish is 12, and lucky number 13. I say lucky number 13 because 13 is my lucky number. Lucky number 13 is not on this list. I had it completed in my notes, but he's not on this list. So let me look through here just a little bit and see who I'm forgetting. I'm wanting to say Sojourn. Yeah, Negative Frank is an awesome character, man. I'll get into him later. Um, but I can't remember number 13, so I apologize. That's a failure on my part. If I ever recover the document, which will probably never happen, I'll tell you. Okay, so these are the singular 13 minus 1. So I guess that makes them temporarily the singular 12. I don't know, but there are 13 of them. So, and real quick, I'll segue to JS's question here. So you're saying you're asking, do they have a common origin? The answer is yes, and that's the whole point of the game. Every character developed within the Aether Blood Chronicles is meant to be an Aether, which is a human being with superhuman power. They all get their powers from the same location. It's an entity, kind of like a host of entities, almost like the power scale of old ones, except there are an infinite number of them. So all these old ones come together and they give individuals these powers. There's one old one per individual that has power. And these old ones are called Agnati. So that kind of ties that in. But I do want to continue going on about the monotone. We do have time set aside for questions at the end. So let me kind of Forrest Gump my way through these items of the monotone that I wanted to get out tonight, and I'll make sure that I do much better job of saving my outlines from here on out. Okay. Yes, thumbs up for that, please. Okay. So after that, the next thing, it is improv. No, the entire thing is not improv. I'm not making up this game by the seat of my butt. I have worked very hard on this, but good joke there. I appreciate that. You're fired. Which he knows I'm kidding by now because I fired him at the last one of these things and he's still here. It'd take a lot more for me to fire somebody, and that's not happening. That's improv. Yeah, there you go. All right. The third point about this, because there are 3 points to every aspect that I was going to mention. And it's very intentional because three is an integral number to this game, as we previously stated. So the third point of this aspect, and that is that the monotone is the nemesis for the character of Ruin. Ruin, he was the 13th of the singular 13. That's right. I forgot Ruin. Um so yeah, there we go. We've got it now. Um anyway, so Ruin literally is a, for lack of a better term, kaiju. And all he wants is to go around and destroy stuff. No, he's not the cuddly little kaiju that Gamera is. Or Gamera, excuse me. Oh gosh, that would be horrible. We've already had one of those, and that was back in the 50s, 50-foot, attack of the 50-foot woman. And yeah, we don't need another one of those. Ugh, wow. Um, no, Gamera, the fluffy, cuddly kaiju that he is, because he's the savior of all children. He's savior of the universe. No, I'm talking something that's worse than Godzilla, like throwing around energy blasts and teleporting and like doing all these crazy things as a kaiju. He's got phenomenal cosmic power and not so tiny of a living space. He's very terrifying, and the monotone will fight him one on one because someone's got to do it. And he has made it his job to bring Ruin down. Even though, well, there's some other stuff we have to get into before that makes sense. So that was the whole who is he and what does he mean for this game, I guess. Can either of you guys, Chris or Michael, remember what the next point was? Because I cannot. I'm going back for some more of my traditional best snackage, which Jeffrey will know as soon as he sees it. Oh, you got it there, Chris. Excellent. So I'm going to put that down right there. You can't tell? It's cookie dough, dude. Yeah, Jeffrey, I've got cookie dough over here. You want some? It's really good. All right. Yeah, it really is. It really is. Let me tell you. Because if anyone in this group is an old one, that's me. All right. Um, all right. So, anyway, the importance of the monotone to the Agnati. Again, there were three of these points. I can't remember the first two, but the third one is the fact that he is the only person throughout all of time to to take the fight to a council of rogue Agnati and defeat them all in physical combat. Now, once you figure out how the combat mechanics work of this game, you look at his character sheet, and then you realize what one of these Agnati can do. That's the power level of the game. Your characters need to eventually get to that point. Will you start off that powerful? Heck no. Oh man. But you will eventually get to that power level. So yeah, he was the first one in all of history to do this miraculous thing. And it scares some of the Agnati, which now I'm remembering another point. And that is the fact that the Agnati are actually willing to work with him because there's something in the game called the Covenant. In case you haven't read up on that already on the site, I'm going to go ahead and talk about that very quickly. The Covenant is the one rule that all Aethers must follow by threat of losing their powers. Okay? The one rule, kind of like the One Ring, but it's one rule. And that can vary. I'm not going to get into the distinctions of that variance of the Covenant, but this is what's important. When the Agnati witness someone under their power breaking their covenant, and the Monotone comes hunting for them, which I'll get to in just a minute, the Agnati will easily say, "Thank you for coming to deal with us for us. Here he is right here. Go down. This is his address, his phone number. Kick his ass, Seabass, and be done with it." Because the Monotone's covenant is to kill Aethers who break their own. And I think that gives us our 3 points. So he is very important, not only to the mechanics, but also to the core of the system, which is defined by the Agnati's relationship with the Aethers themselves. Aether being the term of humans with powers, in case you missed that from earlier. All right. So those are the three points for that one. Keeping a track on time here, we are at 8:35. I am going to risk a glance to see how many backers we are at. We are still at 17. Come on, help me pimp this out. Help me get this to more people so that I can have a massive giveaway at the end of this video. I really want to give all this stuff away. Come on, people, help me now. All right. So, do we remember another category? Chris, do you happen to have more of this stuff written down? You have blasted every spot that you have. Yes, but don't you have the aim of a stormtrooper? What is the importance to... I can't make that out because there is text in the way. What is the importance to the world as far as the monotone? Didn't I kind of just get into that? I'm just having a hard time remembering anything else from that outline, which is really, really rough. Like everyday people, not just the Agnati. Wait, what? Top of chat window, 3 dots, unchecked reactions. What is that? What are you talking about? I don't get it. What are you talking about? Unchecked reactions. I'm so confused now. Removes the heart. Oh my gosh, it's a miracle. It's gone. That bloody thing has been confusing me for the entire time this whole project's been online. Oh my gosh, it is crazy how that works. Absolutely bonkers, you know. Who would have thought? YouTube was, had the foresight to put something in there that would not only block your view, and then they put in a button so that it doesn't block your view. So if you want to block your view, you can let it. I don't know. That seems kind of questionable design to me. I don't know. Anyway, back to monotone. I really can't remember that I had something down for how the monotone is like for everyday people, not just the Agnati. I'm having a rough time remembering. Really rough time. Really my question, to be honest. Oh, it's your question. Okay. So like your question is His important to the regular corporations, cooperation, no, cooperations, corporations, and corpses. These are the three ways that he identifies with people of the world today. Came up with this. I thought it was pretty humorous. And thank you for bringing that up. Seriously, I appreciate that, Michael. I really do. Your opinions don't count because you're under payroll. Um, I'm so kidding, man. I can be such an asshat sometimes. Um, but yeah, no, I'm completely kidding with that. Um, oh, and I did promise pictures of the monotone. I don't know how I can show you pictures of the monotone. I realize that because I just have no clue. Um, but I know what I'm going to do now. I know what I'm going to do. Give me just a second. I'm so ill prepared. There's one on the backer kit page. There is. I thought I was saving him for. No, there is. There is one, and I will point you to him. Down the rabbit hole we go. Okay, so click on. If you go to the Eighth of Blood Chronicles on backer kit, click where it says on story, base mechanics of the system. And gee, it's almost like I had a plan here. There's a picture of the monotone. Go figure, considering the fact that I explained earlier why he's important to the mechanics. That's why his picture's there. Almost like somebody had a plan. Couldn't have been me. I don't know who that could have been. Also, just a Spider Man reference for all of you out there. Who's Spider Man? I don't know who the Spider Man is. Two reasons. Number one, you didn't hyphenate it. Number two, he doesn't exist in my game. I'm going to hell. All right. So yeah, back to this cooperation. If only I was a writer. Yeah, there you go. There's a concept right there, Mr. Assistant Writer for this project. Uh, all right. Okay. So back to cooperation, corporations, and corpses. Cooperation. The monotone has a couple of people he trusts intrinsically enough to work with on a regular basis. The primary two people he works with are Miracle and the Strange Man, which I have artwork up for both up on the backer kit page as well, and they're both labeled. Um, so you can go find them on your free time because we're here about the monotone. Um, and those are like his two people that he trusts more than anybody else. He has been known to occasionally pick up a sidekick here and there. So, and the two sidekicks that he's had in the past are one of them is named Sojourn, who is another time traveler like the monotone. Yes, the monotone can travel through time, and Sojourn can as well. He's just not as good at it as monotone. And then there is Atmosi. Atmosi is a weather manipulator, and she's got a real big problem with aggression, like controlling her powers and things like that. And the monotone kind of helped her get her situation under control because he saw what she was doing and was worried that she would break one of her covenants because she has two covenants. At least I think she has two covenants. I'm thinking that the Atmosi was the one that had two covenants. I'm not sure. I don't want to go back and check the character sheet right now. But anyway, the whole concept was that she was having problems. She was about to break one of her covenants. Monotone came in and said, "Look, kid, you're about to cross a line that neither one of us can walk back from. Let's take it back a step and let me help you figure out your situation so you can deal with it on your own terms." because that's the kind of guy Monotone is. And this is reminding me of another thing about the Monotone. And then we'll get on to questions because I see we're about time at time for that. So one of the ideas that we had for the outline was, what is this persona like? So there are three things about the Monotone. Okay, number one, Army infantry captain. He was a captain. Okay, he knows how to teach people. He knows how to train people. He knows how to draw out the best from people. And he does that very, very well. And he puts his heart and soul into it every time he finds somebody that needs help, because that's the type of person he is. Secondly, he is a geek. He is a master of Forgotten Realms lore. He plays Dungeons and Dragons, even though he hates it. He officially hates D&D. That's not my position, but he officially hates it. So he writes his own games. He writes games on the scale of like Amber, for you game geeks that are out there watching this going, ooh, he mentioned Amber. But honestly, I'm one of those guys that's inwardly going, he mentioned Amber. That's pretty cool. For those of you that don't know, Amber was the first diceless system in my memory that was created. The diceless role playing game. Very, very great stuff. Very, very old stuff. I just dated myself hardcore. Um, oh, I win. Thank you. I didn't know it was a competition, but of course I win. I win everything. Um, anyway, I'm just reacting to commentary that's out there. So, fair enough. Fair enough, right there, Michael. I appreciate that. Okay, so the third thing is that he is a performer. But when I say performer, he is an artist. He is a spectacular piano player, the likes of which any piano player you can mention in real life cannot be compared to. His skill is literally better than most people on the planet. And there are reasons for that, that literally will come into later and further on plot lines down the line. But I'm not going to get into those tonight because it's a spoiler. But it is there nonetheless. So that was his persona. Those were the three primary aspects of his personality that come out to life. So that being said, we are 1 minute late for Q&A. So I'd like to keep the beginning of the Q&A specifically for the Monotone. Okay. So if we can keep about 5, 6, 7 minutes for the Monotone, after that, I will open up Q&A to anything and everything that anyone wants to talk about. Okay. Real quick, I'm going to check the backer count. And I can guess where we're at. We're at the same value. That's okay, because 2 people are still winning big time tonight. All right. So open us up for some questions. You know what, Jeffrey, you're my brother. So, multiverse in relation to Monotone. Too late. I can't remember my points for that one anyway. I can't. So I don't want to get into something when I would be complete BSing my way through it. I don't want to do that. We will cover that at another time when I have more time to think about it than I do right now. Okay? Oh, wait, no, I'm remembering it now. Dad gummit. Sorry, guys, I got to go over this. I know, such a bore, isn't it? It's horrible. It's not even funny. All right. So the multiverse exists because of the Monotone. He has a power that allows him to travel through dimensions. Well, the problem was the first time he did this, there was only one dimension. And that dimension was called the dreaming. And he spent so much time there that he literally dreamed up the 13 near realms. And these were, um, no, it's the 12 near realms. The 13th realm is the far realms where the old ones are from. That's right. So that's the way it works. So he literally dreamt these places into reality, to the point to where he entered into the far realms by complete accident. And the Agnati looked at him and basically said, "Who are you? You know, how did you get here?" And he sat back and he was like, "Well, I'm the Monotone." Kind of like Sam Jackson would look at somebody and go, "Well, I'm Samuel L. Jackson." And then he would have some choice words. But no, the Monotone doesn't have choice words like that. Um, he feels weird cursing. He's not comfortable with it because he's very much a monotone. Is how did I usually put it? He is socially awkward unless he is in one of his graceful positions of tactical role playing games, etc. Um, yes. I am answering this now. So, back in the beginning, the monotone was the first human who became an aether. And the reason it happened was he dreamed himself so far back into reality. What? All right, Jeffrey, we'll talk about this later. No, I'm kidding. If you want to bring light to something, story points and jet. Awesome, Chris. I love it. That's an in joke that people won't understand for quite yet until they start role playing this game. Okay, I'll give it away. A story point is basically when you figure out something that you're not supposed to have figured out yet. But no, I really don't know what you're talking about. There are elements of the monotone that are based off of me, but it's not 100% me. Like any other character you play in a role playing game, you're gonna base a little bit of their personality or a little bit of them from yourself. You're going to take a little bit of yourself to inject it into that character just so that he's more relatable to you and it's easier for you to role play that character. So yeah, so little bits of the monotone are based around me. He was my character that I built this entire game around. So of course it's me to some extent, but not entirely, because this guy is great and powerful and does all these amazing things. All I did was dream up the game that he exists in. But anyway, so he dreamed himself so far back, he eventually came to the far realms. And one of the Agnati sat back and said, "I like you. You've got gumption. I'm going to give you phenomenal cosmic powers to help you through your life." And that's how the monotone became the monotone. And then at the end of the day, it was, "Oh, by the way, there's a catch," which Michael will like get a laugh out of because that's always the case with these things. There's always a catch, and the catch is the covenant. So, so yeah, that's basically the multiverse in relation to the monotone. There was another point that I can't remember, but we're getting too behind on time. So let's open this up to some questions. So have to go. It's been fun. All right. Hey, dude, just take care, man. Take care of yourself. I'll talk to you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Johnson. All right. So the covenant is unique to each character. Yes, it is. Some characters might have two covenants. Some characters might not even know what their covenant is, but the covenant is unique to each character. And again, Michael, Chris, keep us coming with questions if you guys can think of anything. We are still, unfortunately, only at 17 backers. So it looks like we're just going to have two random rewards for tonight, which is, hey, that's good. Prove to people why they should be coming here and joining this backer kit, right? So, yeah. Anybody else with a question? Hmm. Christopher, I can't believe you went with that reference. But no, that's not why he has 6 arms whatsoever. Oh, JS, you're asking wonderful questions. So, ignoring Chris, which is something I usually do, the monotone dreamed his connection to the old ones. Did they exist elsewhere? Yes, of course they did. They're the old ones. They were here before everything else was created. So, yes, they existed somewhere else in the far realm that had never before been touched by our reality. Now, the Agnati, the old ones, as it were, the Agnati had gone to other locations throughout the universe, and they had been seeding intelligent life throughout the universe with these phenomenal cosmic powers, turning these humanoid aliens into aethers. Monotone was just the first human among them. The monotone was the reason why the Agnati sat up collectively and said, hey, we have a whole nother world we can go to. Let's go there. Oh, you like that? Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. No, I got what you were trying to say the first time. Okay, hold on here. Um, was the Monotone's covenant the first? No. The Monotone was only the first human aether. There were alien aethers before that. So he was not the no. Every aether that came before him had covenants of their own. Okay. Chris is saying JS had um, one earlier of a common origin, which I'm kind of touching on now. Did I miss a question from JS? If I missed a question, please remind me. It was during the lore talk and you wanted to wait. Oh, I don't care if I wanted to wait. I mean, if I missed the question outright, then please remind me. Um, Nailed them all so far. Okay. As long as I've answered all your questions, I don't want you to think that I've ignored you. Um, yeah, I wanted to wait in the minute, but I want to make sure all your questions get answered. So I apologize for that. No other questions? Okay. We will open up questions to anything about the Aether Blood. Aether Blood Chronicles. Are the covenants malicious towards the heroes in any way, like contractually evil? No. Covenants just make no sense. Like the Monotone's covenant is to kill Aethers who break their covenants. But there are covenants on Earth like don't wear the color pink. How can that be evil? You know? Or you must count to the number 66 before you spend money. Save the whales. Yes, absolutely. We were talking about Rebecca Knowles earlier. Um, so, yeah, the covenants can be anything. No, it is not a punishment. It is not a punishment. It's a condition. Keep my covenant, and I will grant you extraordinary, phenomenal cosmic powers. Did I create this universe for a gaming group of mine? No. No, that is a very good question. And I'm going to remember that one. I did not create this universe for a gaming group of mine. I created this game out of nothing. I had the idea for the monotone, everything else came after. And then I went to my server and pressured Chris and a couple of other my friends to help me play test the game. That was the first time anybody had ever played this game, was after I had written it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Very much appreciate that. It was very kind. Okay. We've kind of fallen kind of silent here. Um, oh wait, I got two questions at the same time. Um, hold on a second. We got three things. So I got three different things. I'm just going to go in order. Give me a moment to get through this. Um, so are there alien origins on this Earth? I think what you're trying to ask here is, are there aliens available to play in the game? Is that what you're trying to say? Michael? That is what you're asking. Okay. I wanted to clarify. I wanted to make sure. Okay. Yes, aliens are a real thing on Earth. In fact, the first real adventure that I wrote for the game had to deal with aliens, and the second one had to deal with aliens as well. It was basically Earth being introduced to their cosmic neighbors, as it were. Was really the first campaign that I wrote. Um, so yeah, in the book, the timeline outlines the first time that an alien race comes to Earth, and what all happens with it. Now, the timeline does not include the adventures that I'm offering as the first stretch reward. The first stretch rewards are a series of 4 adventures that I wrote up while playtesting the game that didn't necessarily stick to the timeline. So that deals with aliens, but there are, I think, 5 alien races in the game book itself, one of which is represented by the character Prime. And Prime is probably the most powerful entity on Earth, period. Monotone could probably give her a run for her money. Or, excuse me. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I just said that on open forum. Monotone could give them a run for their money. Yeah, so Prime is an extremely powerful character. You should look up their character sheet. They're a lot of fun. And we'll be doing a Prime episode here a little bit later. We just have to decide when. The next question. Good stuff. So is this outlined out and you're in the midst of fleshing this world out? No. No, 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 no. This first book is pretty much done. We're just finishing it up. All the events and everything, there's 20 years of history that is written up quickly. It's quickly outlined, but still it's there. Um, and it's all in the book. It's all discussed throughout the book. The rules allow you to play through those 20 years. The adventures will help flesh that stuff out. Now, I am still fleshing out chapters 2 and 3, which we will go over at a later time. It's not the point of this conversation, but the fact of the matter is, there may be as many as 5 books for this series. With chapter 1, the one that I am producing with this backer kit, being only the first. And once you have all 5 of them, you would have the complete story. Yeah, I think so as well, but we'll have to see what other people think about that. So we have one more. I'm going to check the backer count again. We're still only at 17. Okay, and the last question there. Pretty sure that everyone has play tested, has added something, be it lore, characters to this world. Yes, everyone who has play tested this game and more, even current players that I run the game with, have added something to the game. Like, even if it's in passing, somebody being like, it'd be really cool if I could do this. I might come up with a rule so you can do just that. That was the whole point of this campaign, this project behind this backer kit in the first place. So far, the game has been built by a community with people telling me the way that they would like to see things fit within the game. So I'm taking that mentality, and I built this entire project on backer kit around that, to where the backers, what is that? Wednesday night when we do the backer videos, the backer feedback. Yeah, it's Wednesday night. Every Wednesday night, I expect my backers to come to me and tell me what they want to see coming forward, what they think of what has been presented so far, and how they would like to move forward with things. This is not me to discuss with everyone else. This is for everyone to discuss amongst themselves. Granted, now it needs to fit the vision of my outline. So if you guys, come up with something ridiculous like dinosaurs eat, mutant chihuahuas, in the streets of Seattle or something, I don't know. That doesn't necessarily fit unless we can find a really good reason for it, which would be really interesting in my opinion. I thought so too. And that was how I wanted to do this, because Chris will tell you, even in the early days of that server, I've always been about community. I've always been about trying to be friends with everyone who was there, trying to get to know them, trying to build a family, and just have a bunch of gamers who can rely on each other for, hey, I'm not doing anything on this day during this time. Would anyone care to play together? Any game. And that's my mentality. That's the way I like to approach things. So that's the way I'm approaching my games, because I do have multiple games down the pipeline. Yes, thank you. And by the way, JS, I don't know if you've seen the pipeline, so to speak. There's a post on the story that I make about everything I'm going to be doing between now and 2026. If you have not seen that, check it out. There's some really fun stuff down the way. Anything else? We've still got a fair amount of time here. I am remembering that I have to get up bright and early, but hold on. Is the Monotone someone who we should see participate along? So we can. Okay. All right. So the question is the Monotone someone who we should see participate alongside us in combat? Someone we can try to negotiate with? Here's the thing. Monotone is nothing more than a story device. along with every other NPC that I have in this game. They are a story device for the composers. That's what I call dungeon masters or game masters or whatever, narrators, storytellers. It's all the same thing. But in this case, we call them composers. It's for the composer to decide how to use these NPCs. The monotone is best used in a mentoring situation or when all else fails. You know, there's a system of points you can spend in this game called survival points. Spend a couple of points, you can make a narrative decision about what's going to happen during the next scene that you're in. So if you think the Shiola is about to hit the Shiatsu, then you spend a couple of points and say, I want the monotone to appear in this next scene, and he will. He might not enter the scene the way you want him to, and then it's up to you to kind of manipulate him or try to manipulate him if you're lucky into doing what you need him to do. But yeah, and then he should be used as a story device. Like there should be entire plot lines written around the guy. There should be instances of him just happening to drop by and be like, "Hey kids, what's up? Got anything I can help you with?" Or like I used them a lot in the beginning of my campaigns when I was playtesting, was they'd see him just fly overhead. And one of them would have the perception to go, "That's him," just so I could put him into the scene. And then they find out like a split second later, he's fighting some crustacean like kaiju in Japan because he, doesn't like kaiju or for whatever reason. I don't know. I was just referencing a Godzilla movie, and I'm a Godzilla fan. So there we go. So yeah, I mean, he should be a character that is used however it is needed for the scene, for the session. And if he's not needed in a scene or a session, he should not be used. Oh, we've got a fellow Godzilla fan here. Cool. Always good to meet another one. Yeah. Always good. So yeah, we could talk for a little while about that. That's cool. So yeah, like I said, I mean, any character, no character should be put into any game because you want them to be there. If they make sense for the situation, put them in there. So if monotone for whatever reason makes sense into your story, whether he's helping in combat, whether you're negotiating with him, whether you're playing, go fish with him, it doesn't matter as long as he makes sense for you. Your stories, you come up with them and you tell them. I just give you the environment with which to tell the stories. So, and oddly enough, there are rules in the book for creating the two types of scenes within a game: drama and encounters. Encounters usually end up in combat. Drama is usually everything else. And there are rules for constructing each scene specifically to make sure that everything is balanced. But at the same time, if you've been watching these videos, you know that balance means nothing to me. Balance is something that is nearly impossible to maintain. And I'm not going to get into that conversation again. You want to know my opinions on balance? Go watch last night's video or the day before's video, whatever it was. I'll try and find it and post it again. We need to get through the monotone tonight. That's what we're supposed to be talking about. But I'm willing to field answers about anything right now. I have a bunch more questions, but I think they're more about future chat topics. Well, here's the thing, and right now you can help us. You are the only person that is a backer that is here who has not been here in every other thing. So no, Chris, don't push him like that. Let him save. I'm going to give him the unique pleasure of picking the topic of episode 2, lore, Night of Lore, for episode 2 next Friday. What character do you think we should discuss? All right. Now, are you on my server for Discord? Yes, he is a Knight of Lore himself. Absolutely. For tonight, at least, he is. JS, are you on my Discord server? Not yet. Okay, that's fine. I'm not trying to pressure you to do that. What I am going to do, since you are a backer, okay, if you could please send me a friend request on Discord, okay, um, and I will write it in right here for all the world to see. That is my Discord handle. Okay. Send me a friend request. I will send you your official ash can of the game right now before anybody else gets theirs. And actually, that might not be the correct one. Actually, I might have misplaced a decimal. So, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come up here. I'm going to copy it. No, I did give it to you, but just in case it doesn't allow you, copy and paste this one. Maybe they should be the exact same. Yes, they are. Cool. Okay. I actually remembered it correctly. Woohoo. Who else can say they can do that? So send me a friend request. I will send you a copy of the core rule book right now, free ash can, as you already deserve for being an early bird backer on my project. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. Okay. Link to the Discord for all future viewers. Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, it is there. All right. Someone has sent me the friend request. All right. Someone is being accepted as a friend. All right. Now that he is here, I am going to bring this up. I am going to wave like the polite person I am. Am I going to get a wave in response? Is someone else going to wave to me? Perhaps, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe he just wants his damn book. Which is fine. I'm giving you grief, okay? If I don't give you grief, I don't like you. So, um oh, did he just join the server as well? Is that what was taking him a minute? Yeah, it looks like that's what took him a minute. He actually went up and joined. Um, oh no, you were saying welcome to somebody else who came in earlier. You were waving at yourself. Why were you waving at yourself? I'm kidding. I know you're waving at everybody else. I'm just making stuff up now. But no, you think there's the wave. Okay. Yes. So now, JS, you can go in there. You can see the final copy PDF of the rule book as it exists at this exact moment in time. Now, then, what I would like to do, we're going to take a little bit of time on this. I'm going to give you options. Okay, man? I'm going to give you a lot of options. I would like for you, good sir, or whatever pronoun you use. I don't know you that well yet. So, yeah, you got it? Good. Okay. Whatever pronouns you use, good person that you are. Um, I would like for you, actually, I need to find the page numbers first. Um, he, him. Good. I called it right. Good, sir. Good, sir. I will have you help me out with this. The four color characters start on page 175. Flip through them. Pick one that looks interesting. You are going to select the next character for episode 2, Lore of Night. Night of Lore. Night of Lore. That is what I meant. That's what I meant. Yeah, exactly. I don't make mistakes. You don't have to understand anything you're saying on these character sheets. Just the fact that the name itself might grab your attention, or you see a unique sounding power, or you notice, hey, this character knows a certain martial art style. Whatever the case may be, tell us who we should be focusing on for episode 2, and I will see it done. My gift to you, your own special little reward for hanging out with us tonight. And take your time, seriously, because we've got a fair amount of it. Because it does not look like we're hitting goal tonight. We're still at 17 backers. Unfortunately, we are not going to be able to see the big massive stuff, but that's okay. We're still going to have a lot of fun. I'm still handing out 2 random rewards. I hope that someone will see immediately tomorrow what they've won, or even tonight if JS wins, or whoever, you know. Let me bring up my rule book because I was going through the NPCs. So, Chris, Michael, even though this is JS's pick, oh wait, no, um, Anguish. The Metallica shirt made me laugh on Backer Kit. Excellent. Okay, Anguish. Episode 2, fittingly, Anguish was the third Aether from Earth. Not the second, but the third. He was also the first supervillain ever amongst all Aethers. So I think you made a marvelous choice there, good sir. Anguish will be the character for session or episode 2. And we will do a deep dive into Anguish next episode, next Friday. We will get into everything that has been him and has made him to be the number one bad boy of this campaign setting. Why is he so dangerous? What the deal is with that little guy he has his foot up on? Everything you want to know and more next Friday, starting at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. All right. Yeah, so this does work great. Yeah, because there you go. Okay, so we're going to be ending it a little bit early tonight, just because I don't want to force it. I'm not going to keep going when there's no sense to keep going, because then you end in the ways of idiocy, which I have already do so often in life. So I don't want to do that again. I'm kidding. Just whatever. I don't make sense most of the time, so you're gonna have to forgive me. So I say we roll some dice and we figure out who's getting rewarded with what. All right? How does that sound? Round of applause, please. Well, I appreciate your efforts. It's not a thunderous roar, but more like a minute whisper, but it is appreciated. I appreciate it, guys. Really, I do. All right. So now I'm going to go to the backers. All right. Right now we have 17 backers, which means I'm going to roll a d20. All right. Let me bring up my random dice roller brought to us today by Roll20. If you don't like the way Roll20 rolls, well, roll a different way. But that's what I have available right now. My dice are packed up, ready to go for later this weekend. So I'm going to launch my Numenera game, and I'm just going to roll a d20 within it because I love my Numenera game. Honestly, it was the first game that came up. Okay, now then. So I'm going to roll 1d20 first of all. Okay. I'm going to roll 1d20. That way I can monitor it. If I roll at 18, 19, or 20, I'm going to re-roll it. Okay, guys? Otherwise, this roll is going to determine which backer gets the first and most potent, most powerful of the huge surprises I have in store tonight. Because I like doing things backwards. Why save the best for last? Let's get it out of the way so everybody else feels like, they're more insignificant. Just kidding. That is not my intention. But that is inadvertently what's going to happen. All right. Let us see what we can see. And the result is a 7. Okay. Oh, this is hilarious. All right. So I don't know if he's going to want this or not. If he doesn't want this, then we will have a re-roll on Tuesday. But one of the people that backed as a casual supporter, meaning he put in $1, I laughed about this when he signed up after I made the announcement that I was going to do one huge prize. He signed up, put in $1. And I was like, wouldn't it be funny? And guess what? Nick Louie is the one who gets it. So yeah, doesn't somebody, Michael, was he a friend of yours or is he a stranger to us right now? Yeah, the lucky dollar. Michael, is this a friend of yours? Nick Louie? No, not a friend of yours. Okay, so Nick Louie, if you happen to watch this and see your name has come up, yeah, it's even better that you didn't know. Yeah, exactly. If you see this video and see that your name came up, even not, I'm going to try and get back in touch with you by tomorrow, by the end of tomorrow. But if you don't, well, actually, you're not here to tell me if you don't mind. Since you're not here right now, I'm going to go ahead and announce what this is. Okay. You, sir, getting the big bombastic one that was first available right here on my backer kit. It is, drum roll, please. Weak drum roll. I really need to invest in a drum machine. It is a $175 value add-on for my game. You, sir, get to create your own NPC. We're going to design him or her from the ground up. Every power, every skill, every attribute point. You get to define them. I will write them into the game. This character will come with all the advantages of the add-on, the original add-on, which I'm pulling up right now, so I can make sure that I do not misplace anything. I want to make sure everybody hears this right now. This is this is not a $175 value. Sorry, $75 value. Man, I got really excited there. $75 value. So let me expand this out. Going from memory, not a good thing. I really needed my outline for this, guys. This I almost shot myself in the foot there. You and I will work together to bring this character to life. Our art staff will reach out once the character has been made, and we will actually bring your character to life with a finished project of art will be in the core rule book along with the profile you and I have created. I'm just going to be there to kind of guide you along the way. Your character is going to end up the way you want them. Okay. I don't care if your character is the master of chili. They will appear in the game. And we will find a place for him because I will have to write him into the game. How funny is that? So yeah, that's the master of chili. So congratulations to Nick. Um, Nick Louie, Chili, the Chili Five Way. Okay, you have to make a chili based character now because we're all joking about it in chat. The Beanster, the Master of Chili. Um, so I'll get in touch with you as soon as possible to let you know that you won that. Of course, if you just want the casual support and you decide to turn this away, I will re-roll this on Tuesday and give it to someone else. Please don't give it away. This is $75 coming to you straight because you invested $1 in my project and I rolled randomly. If the universe isn't telling you something, I don't know what isn't or is. Whichever way that statement should go. That's what I said. Um, Covenant must add saltines. So, yes, all right. Way to go. Congratulations. So happy for you. Invested $1, ended up with a $76 value pledge level. That is amazing. That is what I wanted to see. And I swear I didn't rig it. I will take a screenshot of the die roll if you don't believe me. In fact, I'm going to do it anyway. Right here. So it cannot be faked. In my Numenera game, I've taken a screenshot of it. I can't put it in the live stream, obviously, but I will post that as an update so everyone can see that you won this reward. You were the 7th backer, so that is what I rolled, and you are getting it. All right, so next on, we have less of an impressive add-on, this one, but still not insignificant. It's kind of I would actually say it's kind of the same value monetarily wise. Congrats, Nick. Yeah, thank you for being a good sport there. I appreciate that. So Nick, we'll get that out there to you. But this next one I would argue is actually the same monetary value, and you'll recognize it as being a portion of one that is already up on my add-ons list. So tell you what, why don't we roll some dice to figure out who this belongs to? Okay, I'm going to pull up my backers list again. And then I am going to roll a d20 and I will take another screenshot of this one. Actually, I need to save the first one first. Let me see how I want to do that. I'm just going to open Paint and paste it in there. Dun, dun, dun. I said paste. There we go. Okay, it is pasted in place. So now I can copy another one. All right. So another d20 roll. Drum roll, please. And 3. I think I know who this is. The 3rd backer, Kiwitch. Now, Kiwitch has been with us in a couple, at least one other of the live streams. Kiwitch is really cool. He's already joined my server. Kiwitch, you and I need to sit down for a session. Literally. What you have just won is a one-on-one game session with a character that you create, and we will go through a unique adventure to introduce you to the world of the Aetherblood Chronicles. Just you. You have to actually spend the $175 if you want it for you and 5 other friends. But for just you, I am adding this to your pledge for free. Now that, I think, is not so bad either. No, it's not Key Witch like that. It's C-I Witch, but it's pronounced Key. Don't laugh at him, man. He's on the server already. Key Witch. Not She Witch. Key Witch. No H. Yeah, man. Um, so it's amazing. Um, I'm so glad that we were able to do this, and I could figure out the rewards, and we just rolled some dice. I think next time I'll actually have physical dice. That way I can port the camera and show you what I roll. But for this time, we'll have to make do with screenshots. Keywitch, if you happen to tune into this, you are basically getting the reward that is on the Aether Blood Chronicles list that says play a session of the Aether Blood Chronicles with the game designer. It's $150 value actually, except that it's been cut down to where normally you get you and five friends with it. This will just be you and I, so that you have a good way to go to your friends and say, look, this is the way he runs his games. This is the way he tells his story. This is the way his universe works. You should really come and back this with us and make it as big of something as possible. Because again, like I said, I'm trying to build a community. I cannot do that without all of your help. So, help me however you can. Help me push this out there. I've got a review. I've got an interview coming up on the 4th that I'm really looking forward to. I started talking to the guy tonight, literally right up to the last minute of the live stream here. I'm really looking forward to it. Really cool guy. And he's already a backer as well. So, which I think is even cooler. Um, but yeah, tutorial, I guess you could say, into um, um, into the world of the Aether Blood Chronicles. So yeah, that's for you, Keywitch. Um, Now we still have a fair amount of time, so I think we should honor JS's place amongst the pantheon of people who have been kindly enough to sit with us through a live chat. So JS, I want you to take us out, okay? Last question of the night. Make it something epic so we can bring this home on a high note. All right. One final question. If you could ask me any question about the Aether Blood Chronicles whatsoever, what would it be? JS, take it away. Which, of course, means a few moments of silence as he debates this. Yeah, no pressure. Make it good or else. Hear it. I've got it on a playlist right now. I'm kidding. I really don't. I wish I did. That would be really cool right now. Ooh. He asks the ultimate question, which I've technically already answered, but he obviously has not heard it. That is okay. Yes, this is really good. The Aether Blood links into all of my future projects between now and the end of 2026. There are two projects that sit alone: Shards of Cthulhu and Worlds Without End. They are kind of outside because they're not really role playing games, they are settings for games. But everything else that I'm planning on doing between now and the end of 2026 is a role playing game. Each quarter, I'm going to be doing a new one. Each one of them furthers the story that Aether Blood starts. To where when we get to the end and you see it link all the way back to the beginning, you're going to tell that nothing was accident. It was all intended. How does that answer your question? aim to please. You know, I mean, I'm glad you respect that. I'm honestly, I mean, that means the world to me. Because you're you're the reason why I'm doing this. You know, I'm doing this for people that want to see new and interesting games. So let's help more people like that find this project so they can get in on the fun that we're already having. They're missing out. Okay, we need to let them into the party too. We need to let them know this is where the cool kids are for once. I've never been a cool kid before, you know, but I want to. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, my world building is one of the things that I do very good at. That and setting an atmosphere. I will. I will. I will do those plugs for myself. I don't do voices. I can't do accents, but I do my best when it comes to role playing, or excuse me, world building, and huge epic plot lines. So I just want everybody to enjoy this game. Really, that's the honest truth. Okay, no such thing as cool kids. We're just kids that enjoy the same thing. So hopefully we can get a lot of kids together to enjoy this one thing. You know, because it's all about us finding the things that we think will make us happy, we think that we're going to have fun with, and then bringing our friends in on that. And that's what a gaming community does consistently. um, yeah, there you go. I appreciate that. That's great sentiment right there. you know I mean, if you look at my budgets, you quickly realize I'm not doing this for money. I'm not. I'm doing this because I've got a story to tell. And that's God's honest truth. I have a story I want to tell. I'm going to tell it. That's why I nailed down my timeline. And I want people to jump on the highway of that game at some point in time and go, "This is cool. Oh, games came before it, and it all ties together. Cool." You know, it's one contiguous storyline from beginning to end, and then it loops all the way back and makes the perfect little thing there. Um, so yeah. Um, Thank you for a great question to bring us to an end. Again, I tend to ramble a lot. Everybody will have to forgive me for that, or else this thing's going to crash and burn before we even get started. I'm tired of you rambling. It's only day 4. This thing goes out for 4 months. You're not going to be able to put up with me. Yeah, in case you didn't know, in case you didn't realize, this puppy goes on for 4 months. I will be at Gen Con pumping this, by the way. That creative minds always ramble. Well, I guess so. I'll take your word for that. Um, I did. I did post a little something. I want to mention this. Um, for those of you that came in on the regular start time of this, you really missed a truly unique aspect look in on my hilarity when I am excited, because I was rambling. I was rambling, and I was rambling so long and so hard and so good. I came up with the perfect reward for being a backer on this. Not even really being a backer, just being somebody that exists in the coattails of this project. So make sure you get your friends and your family and whoever else you know that games to go back and watch the entirety of this video on YouTube. There's a little something in the first 10 minutes of this video I think everyone will enjoy. All right. I just need to know about it soon. And by soon, I mean like in the next couple of weeks. And once it becomes obvious, you're going to want to tell me tomorrow. So, anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming out and hanging out with me all night. I really do. I really appreciate it. I appreciate it every night. Michael and Chris have been hanging out with me this throughout this entirety of the ride for this week that it's been. Hasn't even been a week. It's only been since Tuesday. But nonetheless, I do appreciate you guys coming out and doing this. Um, you know, Michael's still learning stuff. I told him I was going to put him on the chopping block tonight. I didn't even do that because I didn't have my outline. I didn't think it would be fair, you know. So so you get more time to study. Study anguish for next week. See if you can answer more questions about him than I can. I double dog dare you. Oh yeah. Uh last thing before everybody heads out. Um last thing. Um I am going to be on the server for Haphazard Gaming um a little bit while I kind of wind down and calm down. So if you want to join me in the welcome chat on my server for Haphazard Gaming, feel welcome. It probably won't take long. I just need to calm down before I can go to bed and stuff. So that's gonna be my calm down time. So if not, I look forward to seeing you guys all next time. Take care. Happy gaming, and we'll see you at the very least on Tuesday. Take care, everybody.